has said there. What's your take on it?
Gosh, there's so much to unpack here when we talk about the Meghan and Harry.
Yeah.
So much to unpack. And I've been thinking about this over the last 2 weeks. And, of God, you know, we've had this for years. And one of the questions that I find that I'm always asking myself is, if Harry genuinely wasn't happy with the situation, why did it take Meghan to come into his life for him to make that move?
Or perhaps she made him realise he wasn't happy.
I don't know, because I don't know. Does it take another person to really show you what you want in life?
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. What do you make of some of the big allegations, how he was scared when his brother shouted at him in the presence of the Queen? Would you be scared if your brother shouted at you?
Usually, no. I mean, it seemed like they had, you know, this kind of bond previously. What I see with Harry's is actually, he actually has a lot of trauma that he's carrying with him. And obviously, you know, when he talks about his mother, and we know about Princess Diana, so it's almost like he's still this boy, you know, inside this grown man's body. So, you know, I've sat there and I thought about it, and I'm like, Meghan's come into his life. She's obviously somebody from America. She's an actress. She has a whole different lifestyle. Was she really ready to join the royal family? Did she really know what it took to be a part of this very modest, conservative British household?
Apparently she wasn't told how to curtsy. She's an actress. Does she really need a manual guide on how to curtsy?
No, that was a joke. We all know how to curtsy, and I'm sure we've done it. You know, even as like
Even I've
women.
curtsied. Even I've curtsied.
Yeah, you know.
Chris Hope curtsied to me when he came in the studio.
Always.
As a woman of colour, do you think that Meghan Markle has been a victim of appalling racism from within the royal family? They've only got her version, of course, and they've not clarified at all what they told Oprah Winfrey, that somebody in the family questioned whether the baby would be more black or more white. And they've not clarified any of that.
No, and this is something that I was actually observing as well. For someone who's also an anti-racism campaigner, she hasn't really been that vocal about it. And she's touched upon it just slightly. And if she really was, you know, if she was really trying to sort of put that foot forward, why haven't we heard more about it, even in this whole docuseries on Netflix? So, you know, it's not that I'm questioning that. I'm not saying that she hasn't faced some form of kind of racial discrimination or anything like that. For me, it's about, if that really is the issue, then why haven't we heard more? But there is so much more to this story. I genuinely don't think that that is just the angle, because, you know, because she talks about the PR, she talks about the media, and they talk about that a lot, but they don't really touch on that kind of racism.
Well, I was struck by last night watching the programme until 1 a.m. I mean, goodness gracious, far too late for my age. But it was interesting how Harry, when he watched the programme on the documentary, the Oprah Winfrey interview, he was surprised that that race issue was the takeaway that everyone took from that interview with Oprah Winfrey. He thought it would be about the depression that Meghan suffered. I wonder if they had walked into that argument and hadn't quite understood what they were unleashing when he made that remark about a member of the royal family.
Well, she made the remark, actually, didn't she?
No, she made it too.
She made it, and then he supported it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a possibility?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't think she realised what she was actually saying, because on one hand, you know, she's making an accusation against Harry's family. You know, she's making that accusation at royal family. What do they want out of this? This is the question, because I'm really confused. What do they want? Because I know in the, I think it was in the episode 5, he actually mentioned that there is no accountability and they're not going to stand up for what they've done. But what is it that they believe that the royal family has done? Who is this accusation that they're making against?
It's vague,